Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of TEW 2020 WWE here as today. We're back with another episode of NXT. Moving on nicely. Oh god, the second episode of NXT and this build up to Survivor Series. Last week's episode, of course, we started the breakouts and women breakout tournaments. We started the North American Championship tournament with Swerve announcing he's activating his option to seize his NXT Championship match against LA Knight at Survivor Series. And the show ended with Gargano coming out saying he isn't sure what's left for him on NXT, and then of course out came the NXT Japan champion Shinsuke Nakamura saying that, you know, Gargano's never fought him. That's what's left for him in NXT. So all built up beautifully, all going lovely. Raw and SmackDown, of course, in separate videos at the moment for the very least. Don't know how it's going to go moving forward, but at the very least it's like this for now. So check this out if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's just jump into another episode of NXT, where we start with an interview. We start with an interview. First of all, a new interviewer here on NXT. We have Lexi Nair, currently an interviewer over in AEW, stepdaughter of the DP. Alex Nair interviewing the NXT Japan champion Shinsuke Nakamura. And she asked him what brings him back here to NXT. And Nakamura said that, you know, him and Gargano, their paths have never really crossed. They were kind of kept apart, you know. Nakamura was in NXT and he left, and Gargano came in. Always separated. But now finally, after so long, the moment is right. The moment is here. Nakamura says he couldn't let Johnny leave NXT without fighting him first. When Gargano walks in, and Gargano says that, you know what, feels the same way. Watching Nakamura from afar, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, before all of that, before he even came to NXT, is a match he wanted as well. And Survivor Series, one of the biggest pay-per-views on the WWE calendar, one of the biggest premium live events on the WWE calendar even. It feels right. This match feels right. When in walks hashtag trendings Ethan Paige and Reggie, you know, say that, hey, no idea what Grayson is at the minute, gone into hiding or something because it was some guy or whatever, but you guys here, Gargano, you know what, you had it right. Nothing left for you on NXT. You're yesterday's news. You've been yesterday's news for a long while. Okay? You're not hashtag trending anymore. We are. And same with you, Nakamura. No one cares about your little company that you're the plastic champion of. No. This is the big leagues. This is our leagues. Gargano and Nakamura looking at each other, giving a little nod, and then both looking over, and Gargano says, we'll see you later tonight. For 100, nice little opener. Yeah, later on tonight, Nakamura and Gargano, opponents, come Survivor Series, but will team up against Ethan Page and Reggie for tonight, for the very least, for that 100. Good start. And then we're right into breakout tournament, because, God, we've got so many matches to get through. Right, once again, I will, you know, put the foundation. Low ratings. These are superstars that with low pop and everything, they need to be built up. So the ratings aren't going to be high. So I'll just say that now. But breakout tournament time, first of all. Here in the women's breakout tournament. And we have the introduction for Candy Floss. Candy Floss saying that, you know, her appearance, the pink hair, the childish demeanor or whatever, maybe makes people underestimate her, but she shouldn't be underestimated. She says that she's tough. She's fought through a lot, a hell of a lot, to be here, to get here, to stay here. And she's ready to break out. You can't argue with that. And you can't argue much with her opponent. Misha Slamovich introduces herself. I cannot do this accent for long. She says that she knows struggle. She knows strife. From back home in Russia. From here in America, she knows pain and suffering. She knows it all too well, and so she knows how to inflict it onto others. She says she is here to get that breakout tournament contract, become the champion, to take everything she wants, which is everything, for 30, which is fine. Yeah. As far as matches go tonight, hopefully this one won't be too low. Fingers crossed. Candy Floss versus Misha Slamovich in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. In the end, the women advancing to the quarter-final stage, which starts in December, is Misha Slamovich. Misha Slamovich does pick up the woman with the snowplow for a 42. 38 Candy Floss, 36 Misha. Happy with that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Did better than I thought it would, to be honest. Misha Slamovich advances into the next round of the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. Oh, God. Last week, who advanced? Ivy Nile advanced last week. And another woman that I'm not going to remember off the top of my head advanced last week. And if you want to know who that is, you're going to have to go back and see, aren't you? Or just wait till December when we're into the quarters. Oh, God. Where are we next? Yeah, we go backstage and we go to we go to a video package from this man. So I've got the NXT North American champion, and he says he's ready for his moment. Okay, he says a lot of people fade in the spotlight. They let it get the best of him, but Swerve lives in that spotlight. That spotlight belongs to Swerve. He says he's made this NXT North American Championship mean something this year, since he won it back in February. But now it's time to put that belt down and pick up the NXT Championship. He says LA Knight, calling himself the Golden God, walking around here like he's God's gift. Walking around here like he owns the place, but he don't own NXT, because NXT is Swerve's house. And now he's going to get the championship to go with that title for a 94. Yeah. Good. I think it could be a very good match between Swerve and LA Knight. Card-wise, I'm trying to stack Survivor Series, okay? Over the years, Survivor Series has kind of gone down in reputation and how it's thought of by people. I just want to stack it up again, you know? I want a big, strong card, really good couple nights of action. That's the dream. That's the dream. Swerve, LA Knight. Lovely. When we're back to the NXT Breakout Tournament. There we go. In the NXT Breakout Tournament last week, Kid Bandit won and Nate Preston won. Okay, I can remember those two. I can't for the life of me remember the other woman. And I'm not going to remember it right now. But yeah, NXT Breakout Tournament. And first of all, we have Oro Mensah here. Oro Mensah talking about, talking about himself. Saying that his blood comes from Ghana, West Africa. Says that he struggled coming over to America. NXT UK, that was one thing, but America's a whole nother thing. Whole nother ballpark. And it was tough, but he found brothers. He found people who are more bloods than blood is. He says that the Duke helped him a hell of a lot to realize who he was, to see his potential, and y'all be meeting the Duke real soon. But overall, Oro Mensah says that the Duke made him realize that he is GOATED, goated. And he's ready to continue to prove that here in the Breakout Tournament. Oro Mensah, everyone. And his opponent, Mr. Troy Donovan. And Troy Donovan talking about how he's had it tough. He says he's fought for everything he's ever had. Okay? Out on the streets, fending for himself, to eat, to sleep, to live. He says he's not afraid of hard work. He's not afraid of doing what needs to be done. Overall, Troy Donovan says that he is ready to make a name for himself. He's ready to leave a legacy behind for the name Troy Donovan, no matter what it takes. For a 22, which is, yeah, happy with that. Happy with that. Oro Mensah of GOATED, goated Nate Preston, also a part. And next week, the Duke that they ever so the eponymous, the titular, the Duke that they keep talking about next week, not that Duke, and Troy Donovan. Yeah, I just like Troy Donovan. He's good. Probably won't, didn't hype up his debut as much as Tony Khan, but hey ho, 22, and then breakout tournament, Oro Mensah versus Troy Donovan. In the end, the winner here is Oro Mensah. Oro Mensah does pick up the win with a spinning heel kick, which does look great. 23 for the match, 35 Oro Mensah, 21 Troy Donovan. That's fine. Happy with that. Troy Donovan debuted to a good gimmick, a great gimmick even, and during this match, he got even better at it. So, my word. Troy Donovan, you beautiful, beautiful man. But yeah, Oro Mensah picks up the victory and advances in the NXT breakout tournament here. When we go cinematic, and it's beautiful, much better weather than last week, and there is Tony D'Angelo. Tony's here, everybody. It's Tony. Oh my goodness, oh my gracious. Tony D'Angelo is here. He knocks at Mr. Morella's door. He opens. Mr. Morella, you're looking handsome as ever, sir. You're looking handsome as ever, sir. Is Arianna here? Arianna. And Arianna coming down. Tony pulling out some flowers from behind his back. I didn't know what type you like, but, I didn't want to show up empty-handed, so I got you these. Arianna taking them, smelling them. They're beautiful. Hands them to Santino. Asks if he could, put them in a vase or in a sink. And Santino just says to Arianna, he says to Tony, you bring her home by 10, yes? You bring her home by 10. Of course, Mr. Morella, sir. Of course, Mr. Morella, sir. Santino goes inside, and Arianna and Tony there. Tony leading her to the car. Tony opens the door for her. It's lovely, very gentlemanly, and Tony gets in the door, ready for them to head off on their date for this 46. Beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's lovely. I cannot complain. I've had a great time. Plenty of date segments tonight with Tony and Arianna. I hope you're excited. I'm excited, very excited. 46. That accent got away from me there, didn't it? 46. Good. Okay. As then, NXT North American Championship tournament time, and it is first of all Socrates Torres of the Golden Guards. Ready to make a name for himself. He says last week Alfonso, his tagging partner in Spanish Fly, came up short, but now it's his turn. He says he's been training, he's been wanting. Multi-time tag team champion here. SmackDown tag, Cruiserweight tag. Ready to show what he can do on his own. With the NXT North American Championship up for grab, it's time for this Golden God, the Spanish God, to get some gold again. And then we go to his opponent. Yeah, I pressed next segment. I swear I pressed next segment there. I'll do it again. Trick Williams. There we go. Trick Williams. He's got Marseille and Mansoir to one side. He's got the beautiful ass and he Rain to the other. And Trick says that, hello, my name is Trick Williams and I'm the owner, founder, and head proprietor of the newest, hottest modeling agency in the game, Trick Williams Big Booty Baddies. And these right here are my beautiful big booty baddies. Now. Tricky, he's not letting his eye off the little prize, but moving his eyes to a different type of booty, shall we say, with that NXT North American Championship. Now, Tricky's gonna do what Tricky's gonna do, but y'all gotta know that Tricky's mind ain't wandered too far from what the big booty baddies are all about. And so, I'm announcing here today that starting next week will be the newest and hottest modeling reality show in television. It's Tricky Willie's next big booty baddie. I'll say that one more time for y'all in the back, because I'm sure you're going to be wanting to write this down, give it to Google, because y'all know y'all got the goods and y'all want Tricky to see it. That's Tricky Willie's next big booty baddie. And I'll be looking forward to seeing all y'all big booty baddies coming down to make yourselves famous. For a 63, it's looking beautiful. 63, good. Yeah. Oh god, Tony and Trick are the perfect storm of making NXT go really long, because I just get way too into it. 63 though. That got away from me a bit. It's Socrates Torres versus Trick Williams in the NXT North American Championship tournament. But yeah, Tricky Willie's next big booty baddie, debuting live next week. Set your DVRs, folks. God. Torres versus Trick in the end. Torres does get the win. You know, Trick doesn't need this. He's busy with his reality show next week. But Torres hits a shooting star press, gets the win. 55 in the match is fine. 84 Torres, 27 Trick. Trick, don't worry, you'll be pulling out knives before you know it, mate. You're going to be big, kid. You're going to be a star. Trick Willie defeated Socrates Torres, picks up the win, and joins Montez Ford and Carmelo Hayes in the semi-finals. Yep, got there. Took me a minute, but I got there. When we go backstage, to Lexi Nair, interviewing Murphy. And she asks Murphy about his big return last week. You know, what's next? And Murphy says that he's back. The best kept secret around here. And he's tired of being a secret. He's tired of being stashed away in the back in catering, nothing to do. He's setting his eyes now where they always are. What's next? The next big thing. And that to him is gold. For 58. Which is good. Yeah, that's fine. 58 for Murphy here. Happy with that. Setting his eyes on gold. When we have a tag team match next up, it is Cedric, shall I say, Alexander, and Ricochet, taking on a team of two local talents here. Danger Zone, Charlie Ryland, and Robin Christopher. You know, Cedric and Charlie Ryland start, ready to start match, refereeing the bell. Ron Christopher in the corner says, wait. You know, everyone stops. Charlie Ryan turns around to him. He slowly raises his hand. Up top. You know, holding the tag rope, of course. They're professionals. Charlie Ryland, big up top. Ron Christopher in the ring. Charges right at Cedric Alexander in a method and a manner that some may describe as reckless. The match going on, though. And in the end, it is Cedric and Ricochet who pick up the win. With Ricochet pinning Danger Zone Charlie Ryland with a 6.30 senton. He may be Danger Zone, but Ricochet was the one flying high here for a 56, which is fine, yeah. 83 Ricochet, 73 Cedric Alexander, 28 Ron Christopher, 10 for Danger Zone here. Danger Zone's very new, though, aren't you, Danger Zone? You're going to be okay, mate. 56. Happy, yeah, that's fine. Ricochet shone. Ricochet shone. What's next? Oh my goodness, oh my gracious. Next up we go. If you've been watching Raw, you're going to love this place. I'm sure we go to a beautiful restaurant. Just absolutely gorgeous. Lovely lighting, lovely food, friendly waitstaff, I am sure. Tony Arianna are seated. They're seated for dinner. You know, they do their orders. Arianna, what would you like? Nice glass of wine for the lady, eh? You know what? Make that two. Your finest and most expensive red, nothing's too good for you. Arianna. You know, they converse. They talk. You know, get to know each other a little bit. Tony, very interested in learning about the beautiful Arianna. You know, who is she? Behind that beautiful face, finding out that not only is she beautiful, not only is she a tough, an ass kicker, you know, impressed by some of her stories, but she's smart and quick as well. That got a little bit tricky. And Arianna asking Tony about his life, you know, growing up with his father, Michael Corleone. God, how is it 5 months since Tony's dad was revealed to be Michael Corleone? You know, becoming the Don now. That can't be easy. A lot of weight on Tony's shoulders. But enjoying each other's company. And Tony saying that It's tough, you know. It's tough trying to look after this family, the people I care about the most, but it's a job I happily do for them. I just want them to be healthy and happy. That's all I hope for them. And hey, it's nice for the weight to be off my shoulders just for one night, whilst I enjoy this beautiful, beautiful dinner with a beautiful, beautiful lady. Raise their glasses, little clink. You know, Tony starts to get a call. He just ignores it. He just ignores that call. He's in this moment with the beautiful Arianna for a 39. It's beautiful. Just, you know, nothing ostentatious, nothing over the top. It's just this lovely dinner between these two happy young kids getting to know each other. And what could be more than that? I've just realised Arianna's set to be managed by Santino. So it says he was there. So now I'm just picturing Arianna and Tony on their date. And then like in a table in the background, just Santino with a big newspaper. And then like in the skies with like a hat and hat. Oh, it's Santino's little girl. What do you expect, huh? What do you expect from him? 39. 39. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, then we go back to the NXT Breakout Tournament. The NXT Women's Breakout Tournament at that. Introduced, first of all, to a lovely Ashton Beck. Like, hey guys, Ashton Beck is my name, my friends. All call me Ash. I'm just really hyped, really pumped up to be here. You know, I started doing some CrossFit recently, and, you know, the instructor just said I was such a natural. And so I thought, hey, how much tougher could this be? So I've been training, working out in the gym, few personal trainers. Oh my god, the personal trainers, they all want me. And now I'm here, ready to break out here in NXT. Yeah. Ashton Beck, everybody. And Ashton Beck's opponent here tonight, Tatum Paxley. And Tatum Paxley, you know, less for using her words here, so to speak, you know? Trying to focus. Her video is mainly her training, you know? In the gym, working out, grappling, you know? Yeah. 18, that's fine. That's fine, you know? This is going to be a very low-rated match, I'm going to warn you now, but Ashton Beck and Tatum Paxley. Tatum Paxley debuted her old-school face gimmick, because I never remember to rename gimmicks, but it's very good. So hey, Tatum Paxley is very good, and I'm sure that everyone, Connell, will agree with that. And then Ashton Beck versus Tatum Paxley in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament here. In the end, it is Tatum Paxley with a big powerbomb to pick up the win. Regular powerbomb, or the powerbomb Tatum Paxley does that starts as an electric chair and then shifts into a powerbomb, which shifts into a roll-up. Your choice. 15, yeah. 21 Ashton Beck. 19 Tatum Paxley. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine, whatever. Tatum Paxley got the win. She's into the quarterfinal, and that is all that matters. Let's be honest. And if that low rating has lowered your mood, ladies and gentlemen, we are going back. And we arrive back at Casa de Morella. You know, Tony helping Arianna out the car. Arianna's got his jacket on. It was a bit nippy, a bit chilly. Tony, perfect gentleman, gave her her coat. You know, Santino rushed home first till he's already in the house. You know, we're looking through the peephole. And Tony and Arianna do, and Tony just says that, Arianna, I had a lovely, most beautiful evening with you. I very much enjoyed it in your company and getting to know you. You are a truly wonderful human being. You know, and Arianna saying to Tony that, Tony, listen, I didn't know how tonight would go. I'm doing the same voice. I didn't know how tonight would go, but getting to know you, you know, behind the persona, behind the dawn of NXT, getting just to know Tony, Anthony, D'Angelo, he's a really great guy. And then they kiss, okay? And it's like, I've got tears in my eyes thinking about it. it's like fireworks, okay, are going off everywhere. Fireworks. You know, Tony can't believe it. Arianna smiles away, opens the door and goes inside. And Tony just left standing there, smiling. Just happy. Just happy. You know? And you have a little shot from inside his car, just of him. You know, his phone's in his car, the phone's there, like pops over a message from Don Wagner saying, "We need you." But Tony's too busy. Tony's too busy. He's too happy for that. For a 44, the perfect end to a beautiful, beautiful date night. Tony and Arianna's date went really, really well. And I'm sure we can all be really, really happy about that, eh? Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Where are we going? Breakout tournament. God. Yeah. The breakout tournament. This match. God. First of all, we have the introduction and the debut. Well, we have... God, who do we have? Wait, we have the Brooklyn Brawler. And the Brooklyn Brawler personally introduces, making his debut in here in NXT in the breakout tournament, his son, the Boston Brawler. And he says his son's a brawler. He says his son's tough. He says his son's been fighting on the street since he was 5 years old. This is not the voice I was expecting to go with, but okay. You know, he says his son's ready to break out. His son's ready to leave his mark here in NXT. I don't know what accent that was an attempt at, but that was the Brooklyn Brawler and his son, the Boston Brawler, who you may recognize. Maybe not. You might do, though. Yep. And then his opponent, we go to the Diamond Mine. And you see Roddy and the Creed brothers training in the back with a figure. Taz watching over them, Malcolm Bibbs at the front, saying, "The time has come for the Diamond Mine's secret weapon to be unveiled. The moment is finally here for the Diamond Mine's secret weapon to be unveiled. The time is right, and the moment is here for the Diamond Mine's secret weapon to break out." And he looks back and says, "You ready, kid?" And the trailing stops, and you see the figure emerge from the back, and obviously, if you haven't worked it out at this stage, God Taz is here, for God's sake, it's Hook. And yeah, he's keeping the name Hook, because Christ knows I'm not going to come up with a better name than that. It's Hook. And he just walks up to Malcolm Bivens, Taz behind him, and he just nods his head for a 46. For a 46, beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, the final breakout tournament match of tonight, the Boston Brawler versus Hook. Hook is here. Hook is here. The Diamond secret weapon finally unveiled, ready to break out. Hook versus the Boston Brawler here in the end of the breakout tournament. It is Hook. Of course, he picks up the win, locks in the red rum on the Boston Brawler, and he can't brawl his way out of that. For a 28, fine. They both get 38s, very evenly matched apparently. As yeah, Hook does pick up the win. Good debut. Good debut. When we go to the Toxic Lounge. No, Toxic Attraction in there. Mandy talking about how, you know what, that last week doesn't even matter, okay? She could have beat Roxanne Perez, but why waste her time and energy? You know, Roxanne Perez is nothing to her, okay? She has that title because she got lucky. And in a few weeks' time, when JC's, you know, back ready to in-ring, her and Gigi are going to get those titles back anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Okay? When in walks William Regal, and William Regal informs Mandy Rose, maybe it does matter, saying that, like it or not, Sunshine, Roxanne Perez, you know, DQ or whatever, has a win over you. And so you know what? Next week, you're going to fight again. This time, for that NXT Women's Championship. He starts to protest. Oh, one more thing, Mandy. No, he wouldn't say Mandy, he'd say Miss Rose, wouldn't he? Oh, one more thing, Miss Rose. If you get disqualified this time, you lose that championship. Then just walks off for a 66. William Regal laying down the law as ever. 66. Happy with that. Yep, Mandy Rose, Roxanne Perez next week. If Mandy is disqualified for the title, and if Mandy's disqualified, she loses the title. Yeah. Okay, it took me a minute to get that into my head, but yeah. Before we have the penultimate match of this evening, NXT North American Championship Tournament. With introductions. First of all, Trey Griffin. Trey Griffin, former Cruiserweight Champion, says he's ready to move on to what's next, the NXT North American Championship. You know, he enjoyed being Cruiserweight Champion, but he's ready for this. The North American title, a lot of history, a lot of amazing superstars have held it, and he wants to add his name to that list. And then his opponent, Dominic Mysterio, Zelina Vega hyping him up. Dominic Mysterio, the most exciting prospect in professional wrestling. You know, blood of the legendary Mysterio family, ready to build his own legado for that name. For a 60 is good. And then Dominic Mysterio versus Trey Griffin. In the end, it is Trey Griffin, might surprise you that one, who rolls up Dominic for a 1-2-3 for a 60. Which is fine. 68 Trey, 58 Dom. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Trey Griffin steals the win, and Legado did not look happy about that, do they? But yeah, when we go to Mount Olympus, which is the penthouse of a fancy, apartment building with LA Knight. God, the NXT champion, LA Knight says, let me talk to you. I'm not worried about Isaiah Swerve's God, okay? Our God does not worry himself with the fate of mortals. He wants to say NXT Swerve's house. Well, that's just damn wrong, isn't it? Because NXT is the Golden God's domain. And LA Knight is the Golden God because he's got this gold over his shoulder. Yeah. And so, Isaiah, you want to give up your North American title just to lose to old LA Knight come Survivor Series? Then you go right ahead, because that's exactly what's going to happen, though. You're going to lose that title to me, because that kid, that's just a fact of life for a 91. It's good. It's good. It's LA Knight. It's the NXT champion. Of course, it's good. Before main event time, Gargano and Nakamura teaming up against #Trending's Ethan Paige and Reggie. Gargano and Nakamura, just both very good. Aren't they? Paige and Reggie are good, but Gargano and Nakamura are just another level and do pick up the win here. And yeah, Nakamura hitting Ethan Paige with the Kinshasa to do so for an 82. Yeah, good. 90 Nakamura, 94 Gargano. God, it's going to be a good match, isn't it? 49 Reggie, 47 Ethan Paige. Happy with that. But yeah, in the end, Nakamura and Gargano do work together and do pick up the win. They get their arms raised. Nakamura gets his title back. Arms raised, then arms are lowered. They both look over at each other. They both move. The referee moving out the way. Gargano and Nakamura, just staring down, smiling. Nakamura holding his title, looking very happy about the prospect of fighting Gargano for a 94, which is good. Yeah, happy with that. Gargano, Nakamura, hopefully a really good match. Yeah, NXT especially, I try and kind of mix it up with what's in that kind of last spot. NXT Championship, kind of the Women's Championship as well. North American Championship quite a lot. Gargano, Nakamura, this as well. I'd like to keep it fresh, 94. Very good, very good. As this week's episode of NXT gets us an 87, which is very good, yeah. Very happy with that, Breakout tournament-wise, Misha Slamovic advances, Oru Mensah advances, Tatum Paxley advances, and Hook advances. Trey Griffin and Socrates Torres will fight next week in the semi-final of the NXT North American Title Tournament. The other semi-final next week will be Montez Ford, Carmelo Hayes, which does just sound like a banger, doesn't it? And of course, we've got Mandy Rose versus Roxanne Perez for the NXT Championship. If Mandy Rose is disqualified, she will lose the title. A stacked card, which also just makes me happy because the most long part of booking, to me at least, is figuring out the matches. And so I just really like tournaments that just tell me what the matches are, So yeah, happy. And what am I talking about? The most important parts next week, everybody. Tricky Willie's next big booty baddies season premiere. You ain't going to want to miss that, and you ain't going to want to miss what comes next after Tony and Arianna's beautiful date ended in a kiss. God, I'm talking about matches. You don't care about the breakout tournaments, NXT North American title tournament, Mandy Roxanne for the title. You care about Tricky Willie's next big booty baddie and Tony's big date fallout. So you enjoyed tonight featuring those things and this 87 rated show, then leave a like. And if you're looking forward to all of that next week, then please do subscribe for more. And as always, I just want to say a very special thank you for watching.